How are you doing? This is Gilberto, and this is week 3. We are finalizing today. What you had me play in the backing track is jazz blues. And if this is your first time to be on this channel, please make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Remember, the past 2 weeks we did traditional blues walking bass, and today we are doing the jazz blues. Jazz blues, I told you, is really more action packed. Okay, so before we get started, there are a few things I have to tell you. The links for the past 2 weeks will be there in the description. If you didn't attend the first 2 lessons and you're really very beginner, you better first go and check them and then you come to this lesson. Otherwise, let's get started. Today we are talking about jazz blues. Jazz blues, to me, sounded like the jazz musicians started feeling kind of bored by playing, boogie-woogie, 12-bar blues, same chords. You play one chord for 4 bars, and so that kind of no variation. I think so. Many jazz musicians develop into things called the jazz blues. And to any beginner, or even when you're an intermediate player, something I will tell you, when you go for any jam session and they say let's play 12-bar blues, in most cases it must be a jazz blues. Most guys will always play jazz blues, so they don't necessarily mean traditional blues, the 12-bar blues where C C C C C F F C C C G, F, C, 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 or C, G. No. They mean these cases where we see the 2-5-1 progression, and we also see the minor 2-5-1 progression. The turnaround is kind of 1-6-2-5. We see secondary dominance developing like A7, and so on if you're in the key of C. So therefore, looking on the screen, let's first explain these chords and then we'll play through. Many bassists, always don't want to understand things about chords. But I realize whenever I understand chords, I feel I always have rooms to improvise or to make bass lines and so on. So we are in the key of C. So jazz blues, the progression is different. So let's look at on the screen. We have C7, 1 bar, then to F7, back to C7, now 2-5 going to F. So 2 of F is a G minor, then a C7, then to F7. Then you play F sharp diminished to 7, and then you go back to C. C7, then a minor 2-5 going to D minor, going to 2, that's E minor 7 flat 5. I could play it like this. Then to A7, I just give you A7, that, but it has a flat 5, taking us to D minor. So it's like that. And then to G7. And then we'll go C7. 6. This 6 is now a major. I'll explain. And then 2 G7 going back to C. So when you look at C, let's go back on the top of this music. C, then F, then C. Now G minor 7, C7 is a 2-5 going to F. G minor is a 2 of F. So C7 is a 5 of F. So it's 2-5 of F. Yeah, 2-5 going to F. Okay. And then when we look at F sharp diminished 7 is a sharp 4 diminished. That's that I can explain that chord. It's just a sharp 4 diminished. Resolving back to C7, which is a 1-7. Now E minor 7 flat 5, and then A7 is a 2 diminished, 2 minor. But this is now, because we are going to a minor key, the 2 over D is a half diminished. For example, if you play a D major scale, so D, the 2 of D is a diminished, so it's now 2 diminished, and then the 5 has a flat 5 in it. And if you look at A flat 5 is E flat. E flat moves towards D, so it really resolves. So going to D minor, it's not going to be a 2 minor 7. It's going to be a 2 minor 7 flat 5, because it's a minor 2-5-1 minor 2-5-1 progression. Yeah, going to a minor, and then G7 is the 5-7. Now this section here, the last section, which is C, then 6 A 6. So it's a 1 C. It would have been 1 C, 2 5 1 C, 2 5. But instead it is 1 6. So that it's always A. So A is a 5-7 of which key? Of 2. It's a secondary dominant. It's 5-7 of 2. And then still A7 is the 5 of D. So there's a way it resolves to D. Then so it's a 1 6, but 6 major, which is the 5 of D. And then 2 D minor and G7 going back to C is the 2 5 of C. So that's all some harmony to understand. Now let's leave that and let's come back to the working bass. As you can see, the first note is a C. Now something I'll explain, which I didn't really say in the very two first lessons. Why is it most cases like on every chord the root is very important? The root is very important because you will find that some people, like the guitars and the piano players, they play rootless voicing, whereby they are not playing the roots. So the only person who has to emphasize the roots is the bassist. So wherever chromatic notes you're moving to, passing chords or what, scale tones, make sure on chords, most cases you're playing the roots. And then you move to other chord tones and passing notes. That will make more sense. That bass line and that working bass will always have direction that is very clear and understanding to everyone listening to you. And the band, beside that, something I'll tell you, the bassist always gives direction in the band. When you don't play the roots, if the band members are lost, they can't know where they are. So always play the roots before you move to other chords. Play the roots. I always do it like that to make sure that everyone knows where we are. If you don't do that, you get lost. Okay, so that is C, B, C, B flat, G. All these are chord tone. Let's play the first 4 measures in that case. All these are chord tone. So on the 2 5 G7 to minor 7 to C, I play G with the B flat because it's a minor 7, flat 3 is B flat, then C. So you can see I still have that idea of root, any other note, then to C, then E, C with its third. So here I'm using kind of not tritone, guide tones, because it's a third there, then it's also a third here, so it's kind of guide tone. So I play for you those the chord tones there. I mean the notes there, as you can see. Let me read them. C, B flat, G, F, A, B flat, B natural is a passing chord, going to C, E, F is a scale tone, F there is a scale tone, then F sharp is a passing note going to G, G minor, G, B flat, C, E. So and then moving to the second system, it starts with F, E flat, F and E flat are chord tones in F7, then F, E flat, then D is just a scale tone or kind of a 13, then F again, scale tone, but it's a passing kind of note to F sharp, diminished, F sharp diminished, higher octave, lower octave, then A is the flat 3 of F sharp diminished, then go to B natural is a passing chord going to C, B flat, those are all chord tones, then D is a scale tone or a 9, D, then passing chord from D to E, because that is a minor 7 flat 5, E, then B flat, those are chord tones. E, B flat is the flat 7, then A. So let's play the whole of that. Yeah. Now the third system starts with a D minor 7, that is D minor and a C, those are chord tones. All these are chord tones. G, D, C, and A is the 5 of D. Then F sharp is a passing note to G. G, B, D, B, these are all chord tones. G, B, D, G, B, D, B, C, E, chord tone, A, C sharp, because it's a A7, not A minor 7. So the third of A7 is C sharp. So C, E, A, C sharp, D, F, that's D minor with its third, D, F, G, B. So D, F, G, then the third of G is a B, back to C. So let's look at how that system goes. Yeah. Let me play the whole thing. 1, 2, 3. So you remember all these things will move very fast. Now, for working bass, for those who cannot read the music, what I can tell you is you must know the chord tones. And then for people who can read the music, you could be understanding what I'm talking about. And you see my approach notes comes in, you have to do approaching notes where it is necessary. You have to do it where it is necessary so that everyone can hear those changes, you know. Like look at this moving from D to D, D to G7. You hear that? I would have played this. Yeah, that makes sense. So looking at all these things and looking at all these coverages from last week, I hope you can really do something with working bass. And for more questions and more concerns, let me know in the comment section, and I'll get to know what I have to do or how best I have to deliver to you. For today, I have to stop here. It has been a couple of 3 weeks. It's not been very easy. If you can read music, please make sure you download these PDFs. And if you can't read music, maybe you have a friend who can read music. Here in Uganda, it's a very big problem that most people cannot really read music. So you could find 1 or 2 friends who can help you. They read for you these notes. If you're a bassist, you work on them, memorize them, then later on you realize you have got to understand now how to do it. Working bass comes in as a memory. People like the Ray Brown, Paul Chambers, they have done this, and they now play, the execution they have is like, they have it all. They have played it over and over, and they have got used to it. So working bass is not hard, but there's so many things I didn't tell you. Working bass will help to shape your fingers on the fretboard, to know the fretboard. Remember, whatever I played is on this register, the money making register, but you can still, you can play it. You can do anything, move around. You don't only stick here. You need to move. People like Paul Chambers, you hear them move, but I always think about really very, very, very beginners that you need to master this part. And most time you need to be here because this is bass. Still, we need to hear that concept of bass. This is the register up to around the 5th fret where we hear more bass. You all know this is the money making fret up to around 5th fret. But sometimes we need, working basses which are high, I was in F and I went to C. But you hear I started high and kind of I go to a lower register because most time people need to hear bass. So that's all, guys. Have a blessed week. Bye bye.